where I will talk about for a few minutes about the principles of Eastern wisdom, of which the mindfulness and meditation is one tool. And then we will do the practice. After the practice, you can share your experiences. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Of course.
And you are totally free to ask any question related to the subject.
Okay.
Thank you.
Because I'm not the master of every trade. So now see that Eastern wisdom, first thing that we have, it is more than 6,000 years old. This is your first session with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And it has 3,000 teachers and text. So we have more than 3,000 masters. They have passed on this teaching from one generation to the other. Now what is this teaching? So this teaching aims at finding our true self. So what is that true self? So our true self, these masters declare, is full of inner peace, happiness, love, wisdom. So you see that when I say our true nature or intrinsic nature or essential nature is peace and happiness, what it means. Now I'm giving you some idea that from where the mindfulness and meditation originated. So what is the meaning of the intrinsic nature? Take an example of a sugar. Sugar is sweet. So you don't add sugar for the sweetness into the sugar. Sugar is naturally sweet. Are you listening? Sugar is naturally sweet. Similarly, our true nature is naturally in peace and happiness. Because we don't recognize, that is why we have stress. Huh?
So stress is the recognition when things aren't true and happy.
Yes, our true recognition. Now the journey to recognize that true nature is what meditation and mindfulness is. Say for example, Derek, that if Emily puts $500 into your pocket and you don't recognize, you are in a mall. You want to buy something. Oh, what happened? I should have bought this and I don't have money. But money is already there. Similarly, that inner peace and happiness is always there. It cannot be undone. Now question comes, who prevents? Who prevents this inner peace and happiness to manifest outside? Who prevents?
Well, I would say the individual does.
And what is that in individual that prevents that happiness to manifest? And that is the mind.
Yeah, identifying with the...
Yes, you're getting it, Emily. Yes. My mind identifies with lot of things outside. So every master says only one principle. Every master taught the same principle, but their expression is different. So you rightly said the word identification. But let me make it little more precise. Mind is the cause of the suffering. Mind is the cause of the stress, and mind is the cause of the happiness also. Impure mind, cause of suffering. Pure mind, cause of happiness. So let us go further into the journey. What is this impure mind? Pay attention. So there lies the secret. That is why from mind to mindfulness, from mind to meditation. So the impure mind has two factors. What is the first factor? That it desire other than us. For what? For happiness. No, I will go and eat pasta, then I will be happy. If family follows me, then I will be happy. So what happens? I am seeking something other than me. For what? For happiness. For happiness. Just for example, simple example, we normally say, I enjoy and become happy taking a cup of coffee. Right? So what happens? The mind, without knowing me, projected happiness in a coffee. Right? And now it is running after coffee. Projected happiness. First a desire other than me, and then I projected happiness in that object. That is what is known as identification. Emily, rightly you use the word identification. So I identify myself with lot of things outside. Say for example, I identify with my honey who will give me happiness. So it means happiness lies in our honey. It is not lying inside me. So I'm stopping this topic because it will continue. So, and then ask yourself, if happiness lies outside in my honey, and one day the honey doesn't give me happiness, I get frustrated. So that is what happens. When I become a soulmate, I fall in love. And I continue to fall in love. My identification becomes strong. And that identification is causing the anxiety and the stress and the suffering. Did you get it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So, what is the way?
Does that mean you're only happy when you're meditating or when you're in your center?
Ah, yes, that's a beautiful question. Now, what happens in after meditation? Meditation is a journey. So when you awaken to that inner peace and happiness, that you express happiness with your honey. You express happiness in doing anything and everything. So you remain happy. If the honey makes you happy, you are still happy. If he doesn't make you happy or she doesn't make you happy, you are still happy. So it means what? Meditation is a journey, and that journey has many milestones. I'm answering your question and then we will start. What are those milestones? First time, you don't know what is mindfulness based on the Eastern wisdom. So you say, I don't know. So the teacher says, teacher gives you the information and the knowledge. Clear? Second step, I don't understand. So the teacher helps you to understand. Now you have understood that the happiness is within. Then what happens? Third step is the experience. So I have to practice.
Yeah, well, it's true.
Keep a smile on the face, now. So now, and after a few minutes, you can leave the dear dog outside so that you can practice. So now see that. Did you understand? I don't know, you know it. I don't understand, you have understood. So today is what we have understood, that the peace and happiness is inside me. It is my true nature. It is my intrinsic nature. And I have to continuously work on to discover that intrinsic nature. So you asked me that I have to be meditating all the time? No. That first milestone, you have understood, you practice, you get some relaxation and calmness without identifying with anything in the material world or an outside. You continue the practice, then what happens? When you continue the practice, you get more and more calm and relaxed. So in every session you learn something, one milestone, the second milestone. Oh, now within no time I go into a deeper state of calmness and peace. So when you continue the journey, you cross different milestones until you awaken to your true nature. Once you awaken to the true nature, the next journey starts. What is the next journey? Now, first time you think, you speak and act with your honey, expressing happiness.
Is true nature the awareness that no matter what is happening in the event, it's just an event, neither good nor bad? Or is that something that's above that?
What happens to the sky out above us for the last 3 billion years?
Still there.
Still there. It's still the same. Still the same. So I'm not going very into the second principle, but just I'm giving you a flash of it, because there are a couple of principles that removes the doubt and gives you the clarity. And you got the right point. And I simply cited an example of sky. What happens to the water in Atlantic Ocean, in a Pacific Ocean, in Australia, in India, in USA? Water remains water. What changes? A level of water in an ocean. Oh, there is a small wave. What is small wave? Water. What is tsunami? Water. That water, the intrinsic nature never changes. Mm-hmm. Are you getting it?
Yes.
So what is that? Where to start the journey? 3 points, and then we will start with the 3 points. Moving within, where the true nature lies, inside me. Individually inside. So what I have to do? I have to move the mind inside. I have to ask the mind to live within. So when it moves inside, when it lives within, the journey, real journey starts. 1 milestone, second, third, and until the true nature is found. Are you ready?
Sure.
Should I put the dogs away?
Yeah. Now is the time to keep the dogs away. Thanks for helping the dog to listen to me. My dog sleeps down. My dog sleeps when I start the meditation. So let us keep your mobile phone on a silent mode, and then we will start with...
Okay, turning the phones off here.
Yeah, because I will be your phone for this session.
Excellent. You know, my goal is to always carry the meditation further in life than just during the meditation. Because during the meditation it's great, but then you get on the road and someone cuts you off, and
You're right.
It seems like that peace and harmony just instantly leaves you, and it's interesting to try to grasp that back.
So did you get it? It's a journey. One milestone, second. So the last milestone is that now the meditation follows you. At present, you are chasing the meditation. So the last meditation. So when it follows you, there is no problem.
Right.
And a word of caution: a seed sown today cannot become a tree overnight.
Very true.
So you have to nurture, you have to nourish, you have to add fertilizer and the water and other stuff. You have to protect in the beginning. See that? A sapling has to be protected, but when it becomes a tree, who cares? So let us, Emily came back?
She's on her way. I can hear her footsteps.
Okay. So where you guys are located?
We're in Phoenix, downtown Phoenix.
Downtown Phoenix. Yeah, downtown Phoenix. I have a couple of clients, I can go there. They have a lot of problems. So let us start with our very simple journey. This is your first time to meditate?
No.
So that is the only unique difference, that I strictly adhere the principles of the Eastern wisdom from where the mindfulness or meditation came. So close your eyes. Why we close the eyes? Because we want to move the mind within. Close your eyes, Derek, with a smile on the face. Close your eyes first and check that your eyelids are closed gently. There is a preparation part, external preparation and internal preparation. We have to be ready to go on a vacation, to go on a journey to the mindfulness today. And we all are doing it together. I'm using very simple phrases and statements that makes you at ease. So when you close your eyes, adjust and align your body, its position. How do we align? And now we move inside. Look at, mentally see the neck joint. Mentally feel the neck joint. So when you feel it, you have a sensation. The mind tells you from the sensation that it is comfortable. So if it is comfortable, good. If it is not, you can adjust and align. Shoulder joints, adjust and align. If it is not comfortable, if it is comfortable, you are experiencing the comfort. At ease, so no more movement of the shoulder joints. Hip joint, feeling the sensation. You have to be totally comfortable, not only at the physical level, but also the mental level that follows. Knee joints, ankles and the toes. The entire body is comfortable. You feel the sensation in the body that tells you that you're comfortable. Where these experiences are happening? In the mind. Of being comfortable, of eyes are closed, of sitting in front of me. Everything is happening in the mind. There's one more thing that happens in the mind. Because of the past impressions, because of the memories, they trigger the mind, and the mind is distracted. So don't worry about it. Remain as you are. It's purely a conscious journey and we are walking together. So what about those impressions? What should I do? They trigger me. They ask me to scratch. They make my body move. We have to simply watch, observe, And that is the second point of preparation, being carefree. What it means by being carefree? And just giving you an example, as if you're standing across the road watching the traffic. Traffic is constantly moving, you are standing across. Look inside your head. So you maintain your awareness, that is what is standing, and the thoughts are coming and going. You don't allow the thought to translate into any physical activity. You see how it translates? The past impression says, oh, let me move a little forward and sit like this. Let me move my body. That's what I've been doing for 38 years and 40 years. You see that, maintain your awareness. So that is the second part of the preparation, being carefree, and the first is being comfortable. As we prepare to go on vacation, so the preparation of meditation are 2 points today, being comfortable and being carefree. In being comfortable, you are experiencing the body at ease, you feel the sensation, and there is a sense of steadiness. In being carefree, let the thought come and go. Thought will complain, why the hell I'm sitting like this? Even if you are at ease. So what you do, not entertain those thoughts. So when you do not entertain, what is that meaning? Thoughts are coming, let it come. Thought stays there, let it stay. Thought goes away, let it go. That is the right moment to start the journey. So in the first 2 steps, we will help the mind to move with it. So the first step, and it is so simple, you need not to do anything. It is your movement of the mind consciously, and I'm guiding you, I'm with you. So move the mind or look at the head and the neck. Mentally, you are looking at the head and the neck. You are feeling the sensation. How? Because you are aware. And it will happen. The body will move. Let it move. Simply become aware. The next moment, it becomes steady. So don't worry about it. But if the mind is constantly going away from the preparation, then we can find out what it is at the end of the session. Move the mind on the right arm. The mind is looking at the right arm. You're feeling the sensation. How do you feel? Because you are aware. We are not aware in deep sleep, so we don't feel any sensation. See that. Move the mind on the left arm, or look at the left arm, feel the sensation, and become aware. Our journey that we are undertaking is full of awareness. Second point, we are not in a hurry. So when we are not in a hurry, consciously, the mind is educated. There are a lot of things. In every session, that's what we learn. Move the mind on the rib cage, in the front and the back. Yes, the mind looks at the rib cage, front and the back, and feel the sensation and become aware. Move the mind on the belly, feel the sensation and become aware. The mind looks at the spine, simply looks at the spine from the back of the neck to the tailbone, looking, not doing anything. And experience what? Sensation and awareness. I'm not asking you to focus. I'm not asking you to force the mind. No. Remember, move the mind or look at the right leg. Looking at the right leg, being there, feel the sensation and become aware. First two steps, helping the mind to move within. Move the mind inside the left leg. Just at the left leg, outside, feel the sensation and become aware. The mind starts using its tantrum because it is identifying with the things outside, including the body. So don't worry about it. That is how, in the beginning, I pick up very simple, natural steps, the entire body. Just check. Are you aware of the entire body from the top of the head to the toes? Top of the head to the toes. Move the mind once again from the top of the head to the toes. Feel the sensation and become aware. Your mind, your conscious mind should discover one most beautiful thing. In this journey, few milestones we will pass on without making any effort. So there are many things happening. We are educating the mind. Gradually we will empower the mind. And then we will leave the mind. We will be in mindfulness. So in every session, I go like this, but with the different steps. Why? Because I have to personalize the group setting. Once I understand based on your questions that you ask, I have some idea about your awareness. Now looking at the second step, starting the second step, what is the second step? I say it is a discovery of stillness. How you discover the stillness? That too with discover, don't enforce the stillness. When you enforce the stillness, there will be conflict in the mind. And after the session, mind will say, I failed in it. Don't do that. Move the mind on the head and the neck. The mind moves on the head and the neck. It is there. And you experience not only the sensation, but also the stillness. The mind looking at the right arm. Move the mind slowly from the shoulder, right shoulder to the fingertips. Two things, sensation and stillness. You look at it, you do nothing, you're consciously there and you experience sensation and stillness. Move the mind on the left arm. Be there. Experience sensation and the stillness. Move the mind on the chest, the rib cage in the front and the back. Be there, experience sensation in the stillness. When there is a storm outside, what we do? We don't fight with the storm. We move inside, close the door, and we are totally free. This is what the step is. The mind will play a lot of tricks. Why? It is identifying with the things outside. But I don't recognize that. It comes from the past impression. What are those impressions? They are very subtle. What is subtle? That we can't perceive. You see? I'm just explaining so that your mind gets that knowledge and it remains in that state. So move the mind on the belly. Feel the sensation and experience the stillness. The mind looks at the spine. You may feel that as if it is the same step. No. Here we are discovering two things. A conscious experience of not only the sensation, but also the stillness. Now it can be done in one go. That is what I said. Seed sown does not become a tree overnight. Right leg. The mind goes and moves from the right side of the waist to the toes. You're there. You feel the sensation and you discover the stillness. Remember one thing more. You see that a lot of things I add. During the journey, you will experience many things. Vision, color, sensation, numbness, tingling, freezing. Let it happen. Don't worry about it. When you go on a long drive, do you see the trees, the highways, the freeways, and a lot of other stuff? Do you react? No. You simply look at it. You continue your journey. Move the mind on the left leg. Feel the sensation. Discover the stillness. The mind moves on the entire body, from the top of the head to the toes. Good. Feel the sensation and experience the stillness. Again I'm saying feel the sensation, experience the stillness. Feel the sensation and experience the stillness. You're there, simply there. Sensation and the stillness was also there before the practice. But the mind is not educated. Can it be educated in one session? No, it's a milestone. So remain in that state of sensation and stillness, being comfortable and carefree. So what we understood together, moving within, now living within. But if I don't know what exactly is living within, how this mind can live within? I know I'm outside the home and I'm inside the home. So the third step gives you a glimpse to the mind. Oh, this is the way. Where is the third step? Look at the head and the neck outside. Where is outside? What is our experience outside? Sensation in the stillness. So first, head and the neck. Second, experience of the sensation and stillness, that is outside. Now look inside the head and the neck. What that means? Just become aware. So when we become aware inside the head and the neck, what happens? Either we experience suddenly a sense of blankness, or a space, or a darkness. Anything and everything is okay. Just being aware of that space, or the blankness, or the darkness. But why it happens? You see? I'm reinforcing the knowledge again and again. I will do it in a different ways in every session. So when I'm aware of the space inside the head, the mind recognizes that no object from outside can ever enter inside. But because I identify, it enters inside. But at this moment, we transition from sensation in the stillness outside to inside. See that. Look at the chest, the rib cage outside. See if the mind remembers, oh, it is a sensation in stillness, I'm comfortable and carefree. Now look inside the heart or the rib cage. The sense organs are one-sided windows. It cannot bring any object inside. So, what is left? The space, the blankness, or emptiness. It is not imagination. I'm not asking you to focus. Return again to the same state. You are being comfortable. The body will move, no worries. You are comfortable, carefree, and you're looking inside, being aware of the space and the blankness and emptiness. We get some glimpse. Conscious awareness is there. We get some glimpse. There is nothing inside except the space and the blankness. Once we get that, from inside you look at the breath. You might have done a lot of meditation, mindfulness practices. We always say focus on the breath. No. For God's sake, don't focus. The moment you focus, you have divided the mind. How? The mind looking only for the breath and rejecting the other stuff. That very rejection causes the conflict in the mind. In the long run, we never succeed. But because of the focus, we get some relaxation. But relaxation is one milestone, it is not mindfulness. So what we do? Casually look at the breath. And let us see, today we'll engage the mind. Why on the breath? Our today's breath awareness is for the sake of helping the mind to live within. How? By three-pointed awareness of the breath. What are the three-pointed awareness of the breath will happen only when you are comfortable, when you are carefree, when you experience that sensation in the stillness, when you had a little glimpse as if, I'm looking from inside. So when you look at the breath, the first pointed awareness of the breath, what is that? The mind recognizes the breath is going in and coming out. Know that, understand that. In the field of awareness, the breath is going in and coming out. Why? How can you focus on the moving breath? On a moving train. That is the first point of awareness of the breath. And the second comes from the first. When the breath goes in, you feel the sensation inside the nose. When the breath returns, you feel the sensation inside the nose. Do you create it? No. It is the result of the first pointed awareness of the breath. What is that first pointed awareness of the breath? Goes in and comes out. On its own, you are not changing. Second point, you feel the sensation of the breath when it goes in and comes out. And the third, you don't change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. That is the point of attention. Why the breath? No, I'm not changing, so it will not change. No, it doesn't happen. The mind triggers due to the past impression, and the first thing that happens, the breath rate changes. We don't recognize. So why it changes? It carries the past impression and transfers it to the body. When it transfers it to the body, we start acting reflexively. We have anxiety and distress. Just giving you an idea. Today we are sowing a seed. What is three-pointed awareness of the breath in the state of sensation and the stillness in the body? You're comfortable and carefree in that state. First point of awareness of the breath, you're looking the breath and experiencing, knowing. What you know? Oh, breath is going in and coming out. Good. Second point, you experience the sensation of touch of the breath inside the nose when it goes in. Also feel the same when the breath comes out. Third point, you do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. What should I do next? The mind will ask. Don't listen to it. Return again to the first point of awareness of the breath. Second point of awareness of the breath. Third point is no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath in the state of sensation and stillness in the body, in the state of being comfortable and carefree. The past impression of which are subtle. When they trigger and become thought, then only we know. We don't know before it. So in the journey we will explore, we will release, we will dissolve those impressions to leave the mind pure. And now, do nothing, remain as you are. Just live into that state. A state of doing nothing. In that state of doing nothing, our conscious mind becomes aware of what I said inside. Just live into that state of doing nothing. You are aware that you are doing nothing. And now I will chant the mantra, remain as you are. Listening alone is there. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I'll guide you how to return from this step, and after returning, we will discuss, we will share our experiences so that I can reflect on what is that reflection, to remove the doubt, to understand it deeply, to be ready for the following milestone. So first bring your mind to the right hand. Feel the sensation in the stillness. Move the mind on the left hand. Feel the sensation in the stillness. Raise both your palms, lift it, put it over your eyes, cover your eyes with both the palms. And eyes, open the eyes inside the palms. Now ask yourself, what happened? What is your experience? I will accept both, good, bad, high, low. Why? It is your experience, not mine. Bring the hands down. How are you, Derek? I can see a little bigger smile.
Thank you. Good, thank you. For me, I was wondering a couple things. One was when you feel something, let's say, itch on your body, and you're in this complete state, is it okay to go ahead and itch it? Is it something where you're, like the thoughts you were talking about that are not physical in nature, that you allow them to come in and allow them to go back out? Is a physical picture the same way with that? When you're feeling something itch, are you feeling
Yeah. I could see it.
Buzzing your ear.
What will happen in a journey when the mind withdraws completely from the body, and now the itching is there? So there is no identification. Nothing happens. But the mind has already raised a question, should I scratch it or not? So we are in the beginning of a journey. Now the second part comes, pressure on the resources. I appreciate you guys are very intelligent, and it's a very intelligent question. Now, during the practice of mindfulness or meditation, the mind has already increased the resources and the itching is there. What will happen? The mind will not think at all. The pressure is more, the resources are less. Choose what is best. You want to scratch it. But gradually, when you see that? Did you understand that part? The resources are more. Itching. The mind is saying, no, I will not stand. Who cares? But at present...
okay.
You get it?
And is position of the body, let's say, I've heard feet flat against the ground, hands open and palms up. Is that so much important, or is it just more of a consideration of a ritual?
It is more a ritual. Okay. But at the same time, we should experience that it is a ritual. And that happens at a deeper state of meditation as we evolve. Having said that, does this ritual help me? Yes. Is there any need for putting a red light on a road? Look deeply. It is more a ritual. If I am consciously driving, I can drive. So it has its utility in the beginning. And once the mind reaches to that state, drop that. So ultimate state of the mindfulness is totally independent of any position of the body, any ritual, any mantra, any mudra. It's like a PhD student studying nuclear physics, and a person a small kid in a kindergarten. So once we reach to that state, there is nothing required. So what happens in the master this is basically a tradition where the student becomes a seeker and the teacher gives you the personalized teaching. Because you have this question, Emily has a different question. So that is how the teacher gives you a personalized setting. Oh, do you feel like doing this? Okay. No, I just want to be free. So let it be free. You can practice in the beginning. while lying down, while sitting, while standing, keeping the foot on the ground, or keeping your feet on the couch, doesn't matter. So in the beginning, just feel totally free.
Wouldn't, though, lying down be, I would think, because for me, when I start to relax my body, it's almost that the body starts recognizing, oh, it's time to go to sleep. So lying down would almost be something where you might fall asleep for a minute. And where sitting up, I would think maybe you might be more conscious of that because you start to lean forward and catch yourself a little bit.
Yes. Let us remove the doubt and bring the clarity. There are people who practice meditation while lying down and they do not fall into sleep. At the same time, they have a deeper state of relaxation because they are lying down.
Sure, that makes sense.
And there are people who could find the practice while sitting is more beneficial because their level of awareness is more. So don't add any ritual into it. You have already added ritual. Let me move a little forward, let me move it. That is a ritual. So they are very subtle rituals. That is what these masters have taught us. It gives you a very deeper insight into the mind, into the impressions of the mind, into the thought pattern, and how these thoughts combine with the body. Because now you have a particular thought that if I lie down, I'll fall into sleep. So better is sitting. But on the other hand, your mind also recognizes while lying down, it gives me deeper relaxation than while sitting. What should I do? What is the best? How to know what is the best?
Right.
That's what the journey is.
To do what works for you.
That's where the journey is. But you feel relaxed and calm?
Oh, yes.
What about you, Emily?
Oh, I kept falling asleep.
Yes, now see, another statement you made. Falling asleep, just understand that part. Again, I'm giving you, I could see you have, what happens when the mind moves within, if it keeps moving in a straight line inside. First option. Second option, it falls down. Third option, it rises. You go. Take this option, it is going down, falling asleep. It is going straight. It maintains its conscious awareness. It rises above. It leads to mindfulness. So it is not that the responsibility of a teacher to help you recognize. Now, is it not good to fall into sleep? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just continue. I know what needs to be done.
Okay.
I know what needs to be done. It's not that, I know what needs to be done. So in the first few sessions, I tell people you fall in sleep, it's good. Why? See, how these masters, I don't know anything. It is all the wisdom coming from the masters. It is better to fall asleep than the mind is all constantly distracted during the practice.
Yeah, good point.
See that?
Yes.
So why, when I say 6,000 years of teaching, they have looked into almost every aspect. You cannot add anything. You cannot add anything.
Mm-hmm.
Why? The last point, and then we'll bring an end to this. This Eastern wisdom cannot be updated and upgraded. You have a Windows system, every month we have an update. We have a smartphone, an update, an upgrade. Come on, we cannot upgrade and update a husband and wife. No, I'm just kidding. So just see that there are two kinds of knowledge. Knowledge of the world outside needs to be updated, upgraded. It needs. So that's why we have a new smartphone. We have a new technology. But this subjective reality, our true nature, is always the same. It is infinite. It doesn't need any upgradation. It is not opposite of stress. It is only the peace. Do you need any update? No. Can I discover that? Yes. How? Mindfulness. What happens? I awaken to my true nature.
Bliss.
Bless.
You look very blissful.
Because the credit goes to the master. Do you see my master? Picture is sitting there. No, yeah, here.
Behind you.
Behind you, yes.
I'm sitting there long back when I was only 25. Now I'm 60. In the Himalayas. Oh, Emily, I see a good picture. So that is all for today. You already have my email. If you have any questions, you can send the questions.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Well, we hope we'll meet next week.